Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Orion the Hunter. Now, just yesterday I was talking about the fact that there is a few constructors where you feel when you haven't played a puzzle from them for a while. And Willpower is amongst one of these. He's a prolific constructor. He's created quite a few recently that we're going to have to feature because it has been a while since we played a Willpower puzzle. Now, when you take a look at today's puzzle, it's a little bit unusual, but I think it kind of makes sense given the topic. But I shouldn't confuse you. Let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule set with absolutely the wrong title. Let's fix that. Orion the Hunter by Willpower. Now, we've got kind of a couple of things here. First one is that we've got killer cages. Second one is we've got KROPKI dots, white and black. The thing that caught me out was, when I say caught me out, is the fact that the palindrome, or the grey lines I should say, actually have no effect on the puzzle. They're just there to show off the constellation, which kind of makes sense. It's essentially, you've got the stars as KROPKIs, and of course, when you look at the sky, you don't have lines drawing them up. That's always been people's imaginations to try and show you what the constellation looks like. So we've got clearly Orion there in the middle, arms raised, bow out in front. Presumably that's an arrow, and therefore it's sort of black stars that are not necessarily visible. And then obviously the white stars is kind of roughly where the constellation is. I did compare before I made that comment, by the way. Anyway, rules-wise, we've got normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 to 9, once each in every row, every column, and then of course every 3 by 3 box. Then we have killer cages. Numbers in cages sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. The number 12 is duplicated in one of the cages, this one here, because the grey line can obscure it in some puzzle formats. So in particular case here it doesn't, but essentially it means these two cells add up to 12, 12, 9, these three cells add up to 12, etc. Let's see, what else do we have? KROPKI pairs. Numbers with a white dot between them are consecutive, and numbers with a black dot between them are in a ratio of 2 to 1. Not all possible dots are shown. And the grey line is to show off the constellation, has no effect on the puzzle, as we said earlier. So if this cell is 2, this would have to be 1 or 4, so that essentially one cell is double the other. And this cell would have to be 1 or 3, so that they are indeed consecutive to the 2. So, fairly straightforward set of rules. As always, if you want to play along, link in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. Now, of course, I am going to start in box 3. Tons of KROPKIs, tons of cages, but of course, black KROPKI dots. 3 in a row means that the center has to be 2 or 4. Reminder of the black KROPKI dot digits, 1, 2, 4, and 8, 3 and 6. And of course, it is also the non-black KROPKI dots digits of 5, 7, and 9. You have 3 in a row. You know you're dealing with a power of 2 because any 3 of them would actually have 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. Can't have obviously 3, 6 repeated, and 5, 7, and 9 don't work. 2 and 4 in the middle. Clearly can't have a 1 in here. So it can't be 1, 2, 4. It presumably could be 2. Can it be 2? No. You see, 2 would require 4 and 8. So far, okay. But one of these would have to be a 1. That can't be, because that would be 11. That can't be, because that would head to a 0. So far, this is not 1 or 2. This is 4 or 8. This is 2 or 4. So presumably, yeah, I can't go anything other than ascending in this direction. 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. Now, if it is 8, 9, 7, 6 gets us into trouble. Let me demonstrate why. 9, 7, 6, because both of them would require a 3 in the same column afterwards. Is there another way of seeing that? It doesn't matter. So this is not 8, this is 4, this is 2, this is 1. And obviously I should have stated the obvious. This can't be a 9 because 9, 8, 7 is fine, but that would be 10. So 4, 2, 1, and we have our break-in. 2 cells that are consecutive that add up to 11. This can only be 5, 6. Surrounding the 4 is 3, 5. 3, 5 pair tells us that's the 6, that's the 5. This is 7 or 9 to add up to 12. Remaining digits are 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5 to a 6. Of course, 5, 4, 3 to a 2. And this would require a 7 or a 3 to add up to 9. What else do we have in here? I mean, you could do something fairly obvious here. 9, 9, 12. That's 18 and 12, that's 30. That's 35. These two cells have to be therefore equal to 10. That's a 2. Which gives me therefore this is a 6, and actually disambiguates 6, 5, 4, 3, 9, 9, 9. Well, not 9, I should have been saying. 9 cage, actually adding up to 10, well, it's not 2, 8, it's not 3, 7, it's not 4, 6, it can only be 1, 9. These two cells, they're not 9, 3, they're not 5, 7, they're 4, 8, and these are the remainder of 2 and 7. And here we have a remainder of 7 and 8. This would be 4 or 5, can't be 4 because we've got already pencil mark, that's 5, that's 7, that's 8. This is 3 or no, 4 or 6. Again, it can't be 4. So that's 6, 3. This is a known, hang on. Yeah, 4, 8 gave me the 7 and the 8 earlier, and this is a 1. We need now 4 and 9. Let's have a think. I mean, the 2 can't go to a 1. So yeah, and the 7 can't go to an 8 just because of the length of it. We have 4 consecutive digits. So essentially it's either 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 7, 6, 5, 4. So this is always a 4, 5 pair, this 9. This is 7 or 8. And this is a 3, 6 pair. Not enough to actually resolve anything though. Is it not? 4, 5 pair tells me that's 8 and that's 4. Obviously it couldn't be another 4. 8 isn't helpful. The 4 isn't helpful. Okay, I'm gonna move on. So not 3, 6, not 1, 8. So this is 2, 7 or 4, 5. But somehow this 9 cage would have to be consecutive. And obviously 2, 4 and 5, 7 are not. So it has to be one of these. But it's clearly not a 3, 6. It could be a 1, 8. So that would be 1, that would be 8, that would be 2, that would be 7. That actually looks fine to me. I mean, not 3, 6. But again, it could be, excuse me, 2, 7 and 4, 5. This is not 4, 8, but it could be 3, 9. It's not 5, 7. So it is in fact 3, 9. Which one is consecutive with the 2, 4 or 7? Well, it can only be the 3 next to the 2 or 4. And therefore a 5 or 7. 9 in here. And not particularly useful. This is not 5, 7 over here, or 4, 8. This is 3, 9. That places a 9 in here, yeah, because the 9s are lining up in rows 7 and 8, if I can select. So I know what these two cells are now. They are 7 and 4. So 4, 7 in here. 2 can only be now and there because of this 2. And these are, I'm going to say 5, 6. Interesting setup. I'm looking at row 6 at the moment, and essentially the way I'm sort of interpreting it is I have a 3, 6, 2, 7, 1, 9 pair in here. Now 2, 7 is interesting because I need to have one of them in these 3 cells, meaning that can't be 2 or 7, that's 4 or 5. And therefore that's 6, that's 5. And this is not the 1 or 9, nor the 3 or 6, so this is the 2 or 7. That's a 2, 7 pair up there. Then we have the 1 and 9 and the 3 and 6. Not as exciting. We knew this is not 3, 9. It looks like it could still be 4, 8 or 5, 7. No, not 5. So this is 4, 8. This is forced. 8, 4. 8 in here tells me, well, this is not going to be 9. So that's got to be 7. That's got to be 2. This is not 3. So that's got to be 1. That's got to be 7. What have I done? No, genuinely, what have I done? Should I be ignoring this 2, 7 spot that I had earlier? Because it's not 1, 9. It's not 3, 6. And I think my conclusion here was correct. But this looks like it's 2, 7. And this 12 can't be 3, 9. Why can't it be 5, 7 again? Yes, because of this 5. Huh. And that's because I had poor pencil marks. That's why. Let's try that again. That's not a 5, because that wasn't a 4, 7 pair. That's a 4, 5 pair. So, pardon me, we're going to redo this. Shocking set of pencil marks. Not 4, 8, not 5, 7. That's still true. That is 3, 9. That 2 is still here. That is still correct. And then these two cells are 6, 7. Now, let's try that again. The fact that this was 4, 5, that is still correct because I still need a 2, 7 in here. Now, this is still not 1, 9, not 3, but it could be 6, and it could be 2, 7. So this is 2, 6, 7, and up here is another 2, 6, 7. Very different. 3, 9, yes. 5, 7, we know that's time. This is the correct one, or 4, 8. But the pencil marks for that are summing that as follows, 5, 7. No, I had them the wrong way around. 8, 4, 8. Right. Now, if it is consecutive, now there has to be a smoother way than kind of my crappy Sudoku to get to this. Is there a smoother way? There must be. Okay, we're going to force this. So we know already that 8, 7, and 2 doesn't work. Do we know that? 8, 7, 2, 1. Seems to work because I end up with a 6 in here this time around, so it's actually doable. Okay, and then that would be 4, that would be 6, and that would be 5. That actually all works out quite well. Right, let's move on. If this is 5, well, this couldn't be 4. It would have to be 6 and 3, which is not possible. So that's not 5, that's not 4. And if it's 7, again, 6 and 3 doesn't work, but 7 with an 8 might. 8, 1 would require a 2 in here, which wouldn't work. So this time, this is actually working fine. And we said that would be 6. This is 7, 2, 6. That 5 gave me 4 and 5, and then a 3, 9 pair. Lovely. That 6 hasn't served anything. That 6 hasn't. That 7 hasn't. 2 and 8 hasn't. Very strange. 2 should have though. That's 7. That's 2. That's now 6, 5, 4, 4, 9, 3, 9, 4. Lovely. 8 and 3. Still not resolved. That's fine. So we have another 1, 9 in here with a 3. Can I place either? Nope. Looks like I'm going to just pencil mark heavily. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5 and 8. Yeah, 8, 5. Then I need 1, 3, 6, That's the 1. This is a 3-6 pair. Yeah, I don't want to pencil mark these. Let's try this one. I've got 1, 2, 3. I need 4, 8, 9. 8 and 9. That's 4. That's 8. That's 9. 1, 2, 3. I need 3, 5, 6. The 3 and 6 in here. That's 5. And a 3, 6 pair again. Interesting. And then lastly, I've got 1, 2, and a 7, which ironically means that white Kropki dot is not hugely helpful. That's not 1. That's not 2. That's not 7. It is helpful now. That can only be 2, 3, 6. And therefore 6, 3, 7, 1. These are going to be fairly known digits now. We've pretty much solved it. Unless I've obviously made some mistakes earlier. That wouldn't be beyond me too. Got 1, 9 pair in here. Yes, it gives me a 1, 9 pair in row 5. So 2 digits that we know are not from 1 and 9. They are 6 and 7. That's 7, that's 6. There's a 1, 9 pair in here with an 8, which is there. That's got to be a 9. That's 1. That's 9. Oop. 1, 9, 3. If I've not made any more mistakes, 1 for the finish. Lovely puzzle as always, Mr. Willpower. Thank you so much for creating it and sharing it with us. Hope you guys enjoyed this reasonably smooth start to a Monday morning. And I'll see you back soon. Bye-bye for now.